Welcome to the History Lord. You join us here today, and we're once again at my house in lovely Warwickshire. Today we thought we'd do another one of our occasional series, The Origins of Phrases. Eating humble pie. Now this one means that you've got to probably make an apology, usually in front of your peers, and some people are going to look down upon you for this particular apology. Goes back to medieval banquets again. At the medieval banquet, the higher up the table you were, the higher your status. So the lords of the manor and their peers would be sat at the top of the table, and they would have the finest cuts of the venison and of the hog and of the beef, etc., etc. They would have the finest vegetables, and they'd have the finest wine. The further you moved down the table, the worse the food became, until you were at the foot of the table, where you're eating entrails and offal. Now this was often referred to as umbles, U-M-B-L-E-S, umbles. And to make it slightly more palatable, most of the time it was put into a pastry crust and called a pie. So if you were out of favour with the lord and master, and you were pushed down the table, you were forced to eat umble pie. Over the years, umble became corrupted into humble, and that's how we get the phrase today, eating humble pie. Back to square one. Now, back to square one simply means returning to the beginning, starting afresh. And unlike most phrases, we exactly know where this one started. This one came into origin on the 22nd of January 1927. How do we know? Well, it all goes back to broadcasting and football, soccer for our overseas friends. The date, as I said, 22nd of January 1927. The place was Highbury in North London, and that was the home ground of Arsenal Football Club. They were playing Sheffield United that day, and by all accounts it was an entertaining 1-1 draw. The significance of this particular match, it was the first match ever to be broadcast live on radio anywhere in the world. And the chap who was in charge of producing that particular piece of radio history was a chap called Lance Sivking. And he had an idea to draw up a plan of the pitch and mark out 8 different squares on it. And he had that plan printed in the Radio Times. And the idea was, rather like I am now, you have the Radio Times or a piece of paper on your lap with the square and all the squares on the pitch. And as the commentator was telling you what's happening in the match, another voice would say, square 2, square 3, back to square 1, square 3, and things like that. So you knew where on the pitch the action was taking place. Now, the first commentator that day had the wonderful name of Henry Blythe Thornhill Wakelam. He was an ex-rugby player for the Harlequins in London. Sadly, we don't know who the chap was who was shouting out square 1 or square 2. His name wasn't actually listed or recorded anywhere. So there you go. Back to square one has its origins. Guess where? Yes, football and broadcasting. Thank you very much for watching. If you do enjoy the videos, please subscribe, tell your friends. If you want to see what we do other than these videos, then go to historylord.co.uk or have a look at Last Line Films, and that's James's YouTube, TikTok channel, and also his website. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you very soon.